Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next edition of Poland Daily Travel. In this segment, we will be continuing our fascinating talk with Craig Smith, a man about town, a man about Poland, a fellow who's been here more than 6 months, right?
More than 6 months.
You've been here more than 6 months.
I've almost been here more than 6 months on this day with the lockdown.
Yeah, it feels like you've been more than 6 months in this interview already. Yeah.
It's going on,
the previous one,
but
anyway.
It's so exciting. Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Happy for the next question.
Yeah. Look, if you had to rate, your 5 top cities in Poland in order,
right?
You can start with the best one.
Do I have to do them in alphabetical or just how I think?
But if you could say them backwards, it would be helpful for our...
Boy, let's see if I can say them frontwards first,
Okay,
and then
try that.
After a few drinks, we'll do backwards.
Yeah, okay.
So, top favorite cities for travel or for business? Vacation or business?
Let's just talk about... Well, you can qualify it if you want.
Yeah, okay.
And just say your best cities.
Yeah, you know.
In the order, 5 best.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a few places I like to do weekends at.
Right.
And it depends on what time of the year it is in some cases, but, you know, I love to shoot down to Krakow for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice. There's always great places, new places to eat, and it's always really, you get that more kind of old European feel, yeah, with the
yes,
you know, which is especially if I have guests coming in and they haven't been to Poland before. I'm like, oh, okay, on the train we shoot down there, or I just drive down there. So I'd say that's one. In the summer, where you can kind of pick a weekend where it's not raining, I'd either shoot up to Sopot for the weekend, or even the Hell Peninsula, which is another hour drive, no matter what.
Hell yes, I say.
Hell yes is hell where you need to be.
That's what I say.
And it does feel like hell if it's a good weekend, because it is a lot of traffic for that last 30 kilometers to get around there, no matter what anyone says.
Well, that's if you drive around, but you don't have to drive around. You can go to Sopot, take a boat, and go over.
Right. Well, I never did that.
You can.
That's a good idea.
Did you know that?
No,
From
I
the
didn't know
pier.
that. I didn't know that.
From the pier, the Molo,
yeah,
the biggest pier in, well, I don't know if it's the biggest anymore, because they used to say it's the biggest pier in Europe, but I think that may be in Płock now. I'm pretty sure it is.
Płock?
Płock has an amazing pier.
Oh.
We were there filming, and nice
I wish you would have
spot.
invited me to Płock. That would have been nice.
Well,
you
you can come the next time.
Okay.
You can come the next time.
Well,
But
that's
they have a beautiful pier there. They have the Molo. You get in a boat at the end of the Molo, and you can go right across, so you don't have to go in all that traffic.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, I just never like getting out of the car, you know, so until I'm at where I need to be.
So American.
So, yeah. So,
actually, Poles love driving.
But anyway,
too.
if you shoot up there, a good hotel that I like staying at is Briza, which is a very cool place, and it's on the beach.
Oh,
so,
that's the celeb hotel.
Well, I don't know. I probably ruined it for him when I went. But,
do you see a lot of famous people when you go there?
You know, I'm sure
wearing
they're
sunglasses.
I'm sure they're famous. I mean, I don't know who they are, but I'm sure they're really famous. I always say hi to them. You know, they always look excited.
It's best to be nice to people.
Greet them. Nice to them.
Greet them in a civil fashion, and nod, maybe. You know.
Yeah, but cool place to walk around.
Maybe just dip your sunglasses
just
for a
to make
second.
sure
Let them, you give them one of those.
Tell them you're my personal favorite celebrity.
Exactly. No, but it's beautiful to help.
But Briza for a couple days, great. Yeah, they've got everything up there, very nice, right on the beach. Super place. And, you know, Sopot also has a lot of great hotels and places you can just rent, you know, super nice apartment.
What else would you say? So your top 5 cities. Just
okay, yeah, sorry, we're going too slow. Yeah. Okay,
no, we're not going too slow. But just give them to me. We can come back in the next segment and talk further.
Right. You know, and I would say then from there, Wrocław, very nice. A little far for a weekend, but I'll shoot down there for for a long weekend maybe.
So Gdansk and Wrocław.
Yeah, and then you know, one that would probably surprise you is actually coming back is Łódź. And I know you look surprised, but it's actually very nice.
I'm astonished. No, we actually shot some film in Łódź.
So much has happened there, and the mayor Hania has done an amazing job over basically the last decade, just remodeling the whole city. So if you were there, you know, a decade ago or 5 years ago, well, 5 years ago it was under construction, but now a lot of this is done. It really is nice, and we were there. We actually were there for a New Year's Eve party at the Hilton Doubletree Hotel. Very cool. And walked around a bit the next day, and it is amazing how Łódź has really come back. I don't know if it'll ever be well, as you know, it's a big school for, you know, the movie industry there.
Well, there's the famous Łódź Studios there.
So I'm not sure if it'll ever be a huge place for tourism, but it could be, because it really is
The Technology
nice.
Museum is amazing. Have you been there?
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
We had a nice tour there, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so
I would recommend it to anyone. Go to the Technology Museum in Łódź. You will not be disappointed. It's a first-rate museum. It would be first-rate anywhere in any city. It's amazing.
And if you need good technical people for making movies, Wood School, there's also pretty good at turning out.
Well, they've turned out a lot of famous
cinematographers
directors,
and stuff.
and cinematographers.
Yeah, so I would say Łódź is one of the places. It's hard to say if it's a favorite, but it's one that I wouldn't miss if you're going to different places.
All right, so we had Wrocław and Gdansk and Łódź
And Krakow.
and Krakow and
the other one I would say, I don't know, let's not say a city,
Not
but
Warsaw,
let's say
not Warsaw.
Well, I'm basically in Warsaw all the time, so it's a little bit different. But yeah,
okay, you say when you're going away.
If you're flying into Poland, you got to shoot around Warsaw a bit because there's always these, let's say, more hidden gems that you've got to
there are a lot
dig out.
Warsaw has a lot of really cool things,
but it's not so easy. It's not so apparent like it is in Prague, right? You come into Prague and you see there. Here you've got to be here. You got to know a few of the people, but really is a lot of hidden gems in
There's
Warsaw.
a lot of energy in Warsaw. There's a lot going on because the seat of the government, seat of business.
And if you're kind
art,
of kind of fisherman, sailor, hunter, I would say sort of Missouri lakes and further east.
So
great area, great region.
But that's not a city. Give me a city.
Well, I
We'll
don't know
talk
the
about
cities up there.
regions
That's
in
the
next
region that I know. I can't
like a place.
remember all the names of the little town. There's no big cities there. They're all little towns.
What about, say,
Elk.
Lublin or Szczecin or Poznan?
Yeah, Lublin. Lublin is a lot of fun. It's a big, and it is a lot of energy because you got the whole student vibe there, or you did
How
a
many
couple of months
students
ago.
are there?
Ooh, there's a bunch
60,000.
of them. Yeah, something like that. It's a big
maybe more,
student
maybe
place.
100.
And really
it's a huge
nice,
population.
nice old castle area, as you know, an old town area. That's a great weekend. Another one that I would say was really cool, but it's just so hard to get to, is Zamość. And of course, I know you've been there. And
Okay, let's start the next segment
with Zamość.
Zamość. So let's recap.
Okay.
So the cities that you like are Wrocław, Gdansk,
Sopot.
Krakow.
More Sopot
Gdansk,
hell.
okay, Sopot
Gdansk
more.
is nice, but
Gdansk is amazing now, as well with all the development. What was the other one? Krakow.
Krakow and
for weekends.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. And then Zamość, Lublin, also very good.
Let's say Lublin area and the area.
Yeah, the whole area is very nice.
Yeah, I love the east part of Poland. But let's talk about regions when we come back.
Excellent.
In the next segment.
All right.
Okay, everybody. That was Craig Smith. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next segment of Poland Daily Travel.